Hey there, I am Kathleen Rumford, and I am just going to share a little bit about these free resources that I have for you. This first one is the Diploma Template, and I created this in PowerPoint, so when you download the file, you'll actually get it in PowerPoint, and you can update anything in here. It's totally customizable, the school name, the student name, the year, the date, whether you want to have this signature of headmaster or you just want to delete it, or you want to change it to say principal, whatever, signature of teacher, move it over to the middle, just have one person sign. If you want to take this Bible verse out and put a quote in, you can do that. So you can totally customize this, including the background. And I just, I put this together for my daughters for middle school. And then I contemplated using it for high school. We ended up purchasing one with a kind of an embossed colored seal, but there's really no reason why you couldn't use it for high school. So this is my gift to you, and I hope it serves you and your student well. And this other thing that I wanted to show you that I'm offering here in this little package of resources is this time management tool. Now this is kind of a big deal, although it looks like it's not much. This was a very powerful tool, and I'll explain a little bit about how I used it. So my daughter was about 13. I think she was in 8th grade. She's now 27, but I think she was in 8th grade at the time, so 13-ish. And she came to me and said, "Hey, can I go over to my friend Liz's house for the weekend?" And I'm like, I know she's got a lot of schoolwork to do, and she's a really good student. I know she'll get it done, but I'm just wondering, what that's going to look like for her and if she's even thought about it. So I said, hey, I mean, you'll have my permission to go and I'm happy to take you, but whether you can go or not, that's something for you to determine. And she's like, how do I do that? So I put this together for her, basically a status time management report. And I basically came up with this idea because when I was working in the corporate world as software engineer, every week I had to provide to my director a status report. What did I accomplish for the week? What did my team accomplish for the week? What kind of issues were we running into? And then what was coming up for the following week? And so I put this together for her. And basically, if you look at it, you've got, the name, what week this is for, and then what their accomplishments were for the week. This is great if they want to show whoever's not homeschooling them what they accomplished for the week. So if it's the father who's out working outside the home and not homeschooling them, it gives them some insight into what their student is doing, and it gives their student, something to show the parent and feel good about. Or if it's the mother who's working outside the home, however it works in your household. And then what's coming up for this week. So I will fix this one line that's missing. But basically, they're going to list their assignments for the upcoming week, what date it's due, or what day of the week is almost a little easier, how much time they're estimating for each task, and then when they're going to accomplish these things by hours. So they would put the number of hours in these little boxes. So for example, let's say your student had a research paper they were working on, and it was just the beginning, and they had to identify, what their topic was, go and find resources and take notes from the resources. So they might put down 2 different tasks here: find their resources and what date it was due. Let's say it was due the following Tuesday, and then taking the notes and then providing the notes, copy of the notes to the teacher, whether it was you or another teacher, and maybe that was due on Thursday, and how much time it was going to take for them to do this. So for example, looking up resources, right? Whether they were going to go to the library, they were going to look up them online, whether it was something that you had in your household, but gathering their resources, they would estimate how much time that would take them. And you might help them with some of this time estimating, especially at the beginning, as they're trying to gauge how much time these things take. They really may not have an idea. So they'll get better and better and better as time goes along as they're doing this. So let's say they think it's going to take them 2 hours to find the resources, and maybe talk to them a little bit about what that's going to look like. And talk to them and say that you guys adjust it to 3 hours, and then taking notes from each of the resources. Now it depends. Is this are these resources really robust, complicated, complex resources, or are they really easy? A few page articles. So it's going to depend, right? But let's say they estimate that they have to do 5 resources, and 3 of them are going to take an hour, and 2 of them are easier and they're going to take 45 minutes. So they would put the time estimate here. And then here they're going to say when they're going to accomplish these things. Not just when, but how many hours. So if the time estimate was 3 hours for gathering the resources, And today is Friday. I always had my daughter do this on a Friday. And so she was projecting out for the weekend and for the next week. So let's say today is Friday and she's saying, oh, it's going to take 3 hours to get these resources together. If I do this today and go to the library and get the resources today, that would be great because it sets me up because things are due on Tuesday. So, let's just say put 3 hours here for resources. And then if they're estimating, what did I say, 4.5 hours, let's say 5 hours for getting the notes taken, they would map out when they were going to do this. So it's due on Thursday. They could, if they're taking Saturday and Sunday to be with a friend, then they could say they're going to do 2 hours, 2 hours, and 1 hour, right? And then go on and do their math. What do they have for math? What do they have for science, history, foreign language, and whatever else they have? And you're going to be able to update these, and I'll show you that in a second. But they map it all out, and then they can see if it's realistic. If they have for nothing on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all they're doing on Friday is gathering the resources. That leaves them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to accomplish everything before they're at Friday again, right? So if they have on Monday and they've mapped out 12 hours worth of stuff, they're going to realize that's probably not going to work. Maybe they can float some over here to Tuesday or Wednesday, but this is going to give them a vision of what they can accomplish and what's realistic and what's not. They may realize, okay, I need to pull these 2 hours from Monday for this note taking and put them over here on Saturday morning. And maybe I won't go over to my friends until noon, and I'll spend Saturday morning getting some stuff done. But it's really good for them to see this, think about it, plan out, visualize. And then be able to have fun, right? Be able to enjoy some of the things that they like to do. So it doesn't have to be just academic assignments. It could be, working on their art. Or you could even put this right sports in here and really map out their time. So whatever you want to put on here is, you're welcome to adjust this. And then as far as notes go, just something they were thinking of about one of their assignments or something that they wanted to note here. Oh, maybe it's, you have sports in here and it's so-and-so's birthday. So, oh yeah, don't forget that it's so-and-so's birthday, or whatever, I don't know, something. Call grandma this week or something, I don't know. And then what help they need. So for example, with the English, they needed my help my daughter needed my help to get to the library. So help needed, mom drives me to the library. And if there's any other help that they might need. So if you look over here at the Excel where I actually created this, you can see that you can just go ahead and update any of these things. You can change the colors if they just don't work for you, and put in actual assigned, courses here, or like I said, sports or art or whatever they like to do, dance. Maybe they're in a club. So then again, you would update that here. So they would get one of these every week, and then every year or every semester, depending on how it works, but you would adjust this, but certainly every year you would want to update something. And it was really helpful. So I hope this helps you. I hope this helps your student gain more ownership, take more responsibility for their work, and keep you out of having to say no, or really get into a thing about it that kind of maybe has a negative vibe. So I hope this blesses you, blesses your student. And if you have any questions about any of these, feel free to reach out. All right, take care.